afternoon. Well, taking a look at the markets today, we've got the JSE tracking global developments. Still lots of uncertainty out there, spelling volatility. What sense are you making of the market movement we're seeing?
Hi, Alicia. The market, if one looks across the board, we're seeing emerging markets quite hardly hit. We're seeing, possibly the effects of Barack Obama's intention to reform the banking or the financial industry. We're seeing a lot of perhaps profit taking off the table for those that haven't as yet, and we are seeing some support for some stocks where investors think that they are cheap and just nibbling at those levels, so keeping the market fairly steady. We see as we opened quite low, but holding on, looking for further indication for the day.
Of course, as I highlighted earlier, it's the resources 20 sector that's really bearing the brunt of it all today on the back of lower commodity prices that we've seen come to the fore. We've got the gold price inching and hovering just around that $1,100 an ounce mark. What's your outlook for the yellow metal moving forward?
Alicia, when one looks at gold, I think one needs to take your point of reference in terms of gold. In terms of the dollar. Where is the dollar view? We're quite bullish on the dollar, so we're expecting gold to perhaps pull back in the short term. And it's definitely a currency play. So very much quite bearish on gold into the new year.
In that context, I mean, we had Harmony today having said that it expects second quarter gold production to drop versus the first quarter. Market reaction to that announcement, given that consensus seems to be that we are going to see somewhat of a pullback in that gold price as well.
Alicia, when one looks at Harmony, it's highly geared to the rand, and we see that it hasn't really performed as well as the other gold stocks when we had a stronger rand, and we're seeing today a weaker rand, and you can see it's performing better than our other gold counterparties. And one looks at the actual trading statement, we see that they're cutting costs, closing non-performing mines, so quite positive for Harmony if we see a weaker rand into the new year.
Talking about trading updates, just this week, yesterday in fact, we saw PPC saying that sales are still going to be under pressure this year as well. Some saying it's fully valued at current levels. Do you share that sentiment on PPC?
Yes, Alicia, we at Nedbank think looked at the results, came in as expected. We're seeing that on the retail front, your domestic side, that they're definitely under pressure there. What was really surprising was Zimbabwe came out. That's performing better than expected. So Nedbank is a hold on the stock. So we're going to have to see if we do get a recovery in 2010, how they're going to perform going forward. But yes, PPC's performance very dependent on a local recovery.
Well, the same seems to be the case for City Lodge. Traders out there saying that stocks like these in the hotel and leisure space, largely reflecting already the benefits and the value of the Soccer World Cup this year on home ground. Are you reading any more upside for a player like City Lodge?
Alicia, when one looks at the expectations that we saw, that it is low in terms of occupancy, and I think the markets looked at that quite negatively. I think Nedbank sees that it has been priced in. I think we're going to hopefully be surprised. There are a lot of foreigners who are going to be waiting until the last minute to be booking rooms, so hopefully we'll see a bit of an uptick there. PPC is quite unique because their year-end falls into the first half, with June being their year end, so probably market reacting quite harshly to the notice that came out, but we'll have to see as the year takes out. And
to bear in mind, of course, Yolanda, is that both PPC and City Lodge, despite being fully priced, are good dividend payers. Do you see that at all swaying sentiment and affecting investment decisions?
Ishu, if you're an investor who looks for dividends, these two stocks are are nice dividend play stocks. We look at PPC; they've got dividend. A dividend of 7%, and as well as City Lodge, which is 4%. So nice dividend plays. And if that is what you're looking for in the market, your earnings are going to follow through in the year. So one definitely to participate in if that's your goal.